J.D. Robinson Company was a department store chain that started in 1883 until it changed names in 1993. Welcome to another episode of Throwback Thursday. So stay tuned on a random Thursday for a new remade video of an old video that I did before. Thanks.
It's Robinson's 100th anniversary sale with the lowest prices of the season. Save 44 to 60% on our complete sheet and comforter sets. Save on our European feather and down comforters, all sizes just $75. Save 50 to 60% on every size Sealy premium quality posture poise mattress. And save 60% on all wool pile area rugs, just $95. The 100th anniversary sale starting Friday at Robinson's.
In 1882, Joseph Winchester Robinson left Waltham, Massachusetts, where he had operated a dry goods business, for California, intending to develop orange groves in Riverside. Upon his arrival, he found that he could better use his time not in the booming citrus business found in Southern California, but in its retail dry goods. He took an interest in the retail business in the small community of Los Angeles, and sensing that the area would grow and that the rough and tumble general stores of the day were doing a poor job of serving the public, he quickly returned to the East Coast and used his contacts in the dry good business to have merchandise shipped around Cape Horn to the new store he planned to open in Los Angeles. In February of 1883, the 1,400 square foot store, named the Boston Dry Goods Store, began business at the Allen Block at the corner of Spring and Temple Streets. He advertised his establishment was characterized by fine stocks and refined Boston service. In 1887, the store was forced to move to larger quarters on North Spring Street. Robinson and his family lived in a large house built in 1887 on a hill overlooking Los Angeles. The arrivals of the railroad spurred the enormous and long-lived growth of Southern California, and Robinson's store brought Eastern goods and their attendant sophistication to a willing and growing public. After returning from a trip back east in 1891, Robinson became ill and passed away at the age of 45 due to the complications of a cold. His father, H.W. Robinson, came to Los Angeles for the funeral and looked after the business founded by his late son, which was renamed the J.W. Robinson Company in honor of the late founder. The senior Robinson would become the Eastern agent of the large dry goods business of the J.W. Robinson Company, which his son had established in Los Angeles and left at his death. By 1896, the store moved to South Broadway, which catered to the more exclusive trade, according to the Los Angeles Times. Remaining under family control, the store was renamed J.W. Robinson Company, but continued to trade as the Boston Dry Goods Store until after the turn of the century. The larger location had moved to 239 South Broadway, which was opposite of City Hall. In the early days of the 20th century, the Los Angeles area grew and grew, especially with the arrival of the film industry. The store, which catered to the most exclusive trade, according to the Los Angeles Times, in 1911, expanded into adjacent properties, but it became apparent to management that the South Broadway location could not handle the store's growth into the future. In 1914, ground was broken on 7th Grand and Hope Streets for the J.W. Robinson Company's new flagship store. When it opened the following year, the 7-story building was described in the press as a retail palace. The new $1 million 7-story flagship store sat on over 9 acres, encompassed over 400,000 square feet of floor space, along the south side of the West 7th Street, stretching along the complete block between Grand and Hope Streets. The building was expanded to the south in 1923 at a cost of $900,000, and when completed, totaled over 623,000 square feet. Robinson's was the largest store of what became a new upscale 7th Street shopping district to the southwest of the concentration of department stores along Broadway. Harry Robinson became president in 1924 of the J.W. Robinson chain, and he later renamed it Robinson's Department Store. After his passing in 1932, Virginia Robinson became the chairwoman, holding the position for 30 years until she retired at 85 years old. In 1934, the building was remodeled again, giving it a restrained modernistic exterior, shedding some of its more exuberant Art Deco features and adding more parking facilities. In 1952, Robinsons slowly started to expand, opening their second store in Beverly Hills, a 236,000 square foot building. Associated Dry Goods bought Robinsons in 1955. At the time, the chain's sales were $32 million annually, with $12 million coming from the Beverly Hills branch. Construction from 1957 to 1958 at a cost of $280,000 on land purchased from Palm Springs pioneer Pearl McManus, the J.W. Robinson department store building opened its third store. In 1958, Robinsons opened its fourth store in Pasadena, marking the company's 75th anniversary, and made a triumphant addition to Pasadena's commercial landscape. The store included a 3-story concrete parking structure that could hold 700 cars. The Robinson chains considered their customers and their markets. They did not have to knuckle under the marketing dictates of a distant headquarters. New York stores may start stocking winter coats in August, but in Southern California, where it could reach 90 degrees in November, local stores could meet local needs. From the 50s and 60s, then the glories of so many stores with so many distinct personalities, and an economy with its foot on the accelerator demands, put recreational shopping high on the list of Southern California's de facto hobbies. During the 1960s, locations would open, starting in 1961, at the Panorama City Shopping Center, followed by Anaheim Plaza, the Glendale Fashion Center, Santa Barbara, Fashion Island in Newport Beach, and the Fashion Valley Mall in San Diego. In the 1970s, big discount stores began to siphon away some part of the department store trade as well. Robinsons would still continue to expand with more locations. In Los Cerritos Center, Woodland Hills Promenade, Puente Hills Mall, Westminster Mall, the Santa Anita Fashion Park, the Oaks in Thousand Oaks, and the University Town Center in La Jolla, California. There would be 34 locations in California and Arizona, and its parent company would use the Robinsons name in Florida, which had another 10 locations. There would be over 45 locations in all. In the 1985 classic, Back to the Future, Robinsons can be prominently seen in the iconic mall scene at the Twin Pines Mall, aka the Puente Hills Mall. In 1986, May department stores bought Associated Dry Goods, and with it, Robinsons now fell under the umbrella of the May department store. In 1989, May dissolved its Scottsdale, Arizona-based Goldwater's division, folding it into Robinsons, and its Phoenix area stores were rebranded as Robinsons. The former Goldwater's locations were at Fiesta Mall, Metro Center Mall, Paradise Valley Mall, Park Central Mall, and the Scottsdale Fashion Square. In 1992, May combined Robinsons and May Company, California, into a single brand, Robinsons May. All stores would change nameplates to Robinsons Bay by 1993. So what do you remember about this place? leave a comment or a suggestion for a future video below. And if you haven't already, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.
Bringing back memories from the good old days. That's super cool, man.